You want to see the real Lagos?
Yes, let's go!
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're breaking down all the need-to-know facts for Disney's new animated miniseries, Iwájú.
We are really excited to be working alongside Disney Animation to bring you a story from Africa.
Introducing Disney's groundbreaking new 6-episode miniseries, Iwájú, set to premiere on Disney Plus on February 28, 2024.
Welcome to Lagos, Nigeria.
This highly anticipated release is a pretty big deal for the entertainment giant, as it's filled with numerous firsts. Set in a futuristic Lagos, Nigeria, Iwájú promises to captivate audiences with its unique blend of Afrofuturism, rich storytelling, and cutting-edge animation.
Wow, this is amazing!
If you've heard the name but don't know much about it, stay tuned because we're going to tell you everything you need to know. If you can't wait to watch the series, there is a trailer to enjoy until the 28th finally gets here.
I laugh in the face of danger.
I didn't hear you laugh.
Iwájú is said to be a Yoruba, a West African language word, loosely translating as the future, or front-facing if you want to be more accurate.
Iwájú is a futuristic sci-fi story set in Lagos, Nigeria, about a young girl from the island.
This is Oti.
A lizard? Ugh.
That befriends a young boy from the mainland.
This seamlessly ties into the miniseries storyline, which, as we said, is set in Lagos, often considered the cultural capital of Nigeria, but in a time beyond our own, although it won't be totally unrecognizable to a contemporary audience.
This is not us making up a world. This is a very real culture, and we want to get every single detail right.
It also marks the studio's first original animated series, meaning that, unlike many previous series, it's not a spin-off of any well-established title. We embark on an exhilarating journey with Tola, a young, well-off islander, and her bestie Kole, a tech whiz with a knack for innovation who lives on the more impoverished mainland.
What would you say if I asked you to go to the mainland?
Set in a futuristic Nigeria.
You want to see the real Lagos?
This subject matter naturally lends itself to exploring significant themes concerning social dynamics in traditional African communities. Indeed, the creators drew insight from the stark disparities between the affluent islanders of Lagos and the economically disadvantaged mainlanders. This backdrop sets the stage for an exploration of, quote, deep themes of class, innocence, and challenging the status quo.
With our story, I want every part of it to feel Nigerian.
Iwájú is significant for Disney because it's their first animated series made in partnership with African storytellers, offering a fresh viewpoint on storytelling and culture. But before we get into that, let's take a look at the voices behind the principal cast.
I knew they were artists, I knew they were passionate, and they were making it happen.
Meet the talented cast of Iwájú, featuring Nigerian actors or those with Nigerian heritage. We look forward to getting acquainted with Simisola Badamosi, who takes the lead as Tola, and Shiji Shoetan, who stars as Kole.
So you want to see the real Lagos?
Yes!
No wahala, but you have to do what I say you.
Deal.
Meanwhile, you might recognize Dio Okeni from his role as Thresh in The Hunger Games.
Just this time, 12. For real.
Also on board is Femi Branch, a director, producer, and acclaimed actor nominated for a Best of Nollywood award. Keep your ears open for Waruche Apia, a BAFTA-nominated actress known for her work in hit British shows like Bad Education, Black Mirror, and I May Destroy You.
Most freeing thing. I might need to think about that one. Okay, that's great.
This cast is part of a historic partnership, and it's a pretty big deal. This is the first time Disney has teamed up with an outside group like Kugali Media, an innovative African entertainment collective.
Kugali is a visual entertainment company that focuses on telling African stories using augmented reality, comic books, and animation.
Co-developed by Tolu Oluwofoyeku, Olufikayo Adeola, and Hamid Ibrahim in 2017, Kugali tells amazing African stories that captivate people all over the world.
It became clear that what was needed was a company that could create a platform for talented artists and storytellers to showcase their stories.
They've been getting recognition from big names like Disney and the BBC for their groundbreaking work. Plus, they're paving the way for a new generation of African storytellers to shine in the world of graphic novels. It's a major shift in the storytelling landscape, and it's pretty exciting.
Remember, stories shape our society. Let's shape our stories.
How did this landmark collaboration come about? Well, it's actually a pretty great story. Back in 2019, during an interview with the BBC, Ibrahim dropped this wild comment about the big shots in animation.
I keep telling people this and they laugh at me, but we're gonna kick Disney's ass in Africa. I know that's gonna happen.
Guess who heard about it? Yep, Jennifer Lee, the big boss at Disney Animation Studios. But instead of getting into some big showdown, she was intrigued by the team's ethos and suggested a collaboration.
You just called out the granddaddy of visual entertainment. You just called them out saying you're gonna kick their ass. And then somebody reaches out saying, "Hi, Dada from Disney, wanna talk?"
Let's see what happens.
At the NC Festival in 2021, she talked about how, quote, "There's so much more we can do in storytelling if we diversify our storytellers," and made it clear that it's on companies like Disney to make sure those voices get heard. Joining that effort are screenwriters Adeola and Halima Hudson, with Disney Animation's Christina Chen taking on the role of producer, and Ziki Nelson stepping up as director. In addition to Disney and Kugali Media, London-based Cinesite is also jumping on board to lend a hand with production. It's a whole global team effort to bring us something fresh and exciting.
I don't think anybody is prepared for what our show will look or feel like, and I'm very happy about that because there's nothing in the 100-year portfolio of Disney animation that feels like our show.
Ever checked out Kugali's work? It's got this distinct style, totally different from the usual Disney animations. So does that mean we'll get a Disney-fied version of Kugali's aesthetic?
Actually, kind of cute. I take that back.
Not exactly. The animation will mostly stick to Kugali's signature style, but with a sprinkle of Disney pixie dust added to the mix.
Because there's storytelling involved in almost, each of these shots are little mini stories.
Leading this fusion is Marlon West, a top-notch Disney animator who's worked on classics from Disney's Renaissance era to modern titles like The Princess and the Frog, both Frozen movies, Moana, and Encanto.
This is where our magic comes from?
Mm-hmm. Iwájú draws inspiration from both Eastern and Western animation, along with African styles, so you know it's going to be something exceptional. The filmmakers gave audiences a sneak peek at some concept art back in 2021 during the Annecy Animation Festival. Those lucky enough to attend the D23 event in 2022 were treated to even more updated images that were then publicly released. And if you're itching to know more about the folks behind this epic collaboration, make a second note on your calendars for February 28, 2024. That's when a behind-the-scenes documentary called Iwájú: A Day Ahead drops, giving you an exclusive peek into the creative process.
Wow, this is amazing!
The miniseries will also feature a soundtrack by Nigerian composer Ri Olonuga, who also scored Disney's Rise. Olonuga shared that while he usually draws a line between personal experience and the fictional worlds he scores, this time was different. He shared that he felt a strong connection to the characters and their stories, and that the music is deeply influenced by his profound love for Lagos and its rich layers of culture.
Connected to each other's emotions and connected to each other's narratives that, it's just, there's nothing like a Lagos party.
Olonuga's soundtrack will also introduce audiences to Nollywood's music style, whereas those who are already acquainted with the genre will notice its familiar elements.
There'll be multiple melodies where the notes are shifting in frequency and scale or whatever, but the rhythm's the same, so it feels familiar.
Fans of the soundtrack will be able to play it on a loop when it's released on March 1st. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. As Iwájú sets its sights on the future, it's more than just a miniseries. It's a testament to the power of diverse storytelling. Disney's collaboration with Kugali marks a bold step towards embracing new voices and perspectives, reshaping the entertainment landscape. We're excited for this innovative leap and hope to see more like it in the future.
I
hope Iwájú launches the next generation of artists. I hope it's a point of inspiration for artists all over the world.
What are you most looking forward to about Iwájú? Let us know in the comments.
Remember, stories shape our society. Let's shape our stories.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.